And oh, wow, hey, it's actually quicker this time. I didn't have to count to 3. I just barely counted to 2 and it went on. All right.
Yay.
Crap. All right. So this is our second test run. So first and foremost, introductions with everyone before we go with the tentative title, because I can't think of a better name. I'm running low on the creativity despite being the CEO. But yes, I'm the CEO of Chaos Media. And over here is our feral cat wrangler. So thank you very much, former Mayor Lori Lightfoot, for all of the feral cats and giving us a wrangler, because they sure as hell don't listen to me. But they have actually done a pretty good job at getting rid of the mice and the pestilence. And didn't we have one scared crackhead away?
I think so.
Yeah, one crackhead scared away. So that saved me a lot of paperwork of having to possibly negligently discharge into a crackhead in self-defense.
One less crackhead regardless.
Yeah, one less crackhead regardless. You know, you go off of what is, not what could have been, you know.
I think Lulu shot outside the box.
Oh, crap. All right, can you go check?
I don't have my glasses on. I can't see shit.
All right, we'll get it after the show. See, this is the trouble we have with feral cats. They like to go outside the litter box because some of them are old. Anyways, and then we've got our editor, who has a very fun title. Was it the Duke of Queens?
Earl of Long Island.
We're gonna have to actually get you pins. I can't believe you stuck with that. That's funny as hell.
Figured you'd like it.
All right. And we have our guest for a stream, Crossfire. So I mean, to introduce
How's it going? I'm Crossfire. I'm just a guy. You know, doing guy things.
Do not let the lack of a camera dissuade you. He is very much a manly man that does man things. It's just, hey, like I was saying last test stream, I had to go ahead and go out of my way and actually purchase equipment. And what do you know? It's working. And I'm not the only one that has that problem. So, hey, not a big deal. I'm not going to tell the guy he has to. He's not on my payroll. He's just here.
All right, I gotta take this thing off. I'm literally dying.
All right.
I did it for the bit.
It looked good all the same.
No, I can't breathe in this thing. I can breathe with my other gas mask,
It's
but
probably nearing the end of its shelf life.
I
That
think-
or it didn't seal properly.
I think it expired.
Are you talking about the filter? Or the gas mask itself?
The filters are definitely shot. I haven't replaced the filters, so I haven't used it too much. So they're at least 2 or 3 years expired. That thing has seen lots of wear and tear, so it's probably past its like shelf life. At least with like forming a proper seal.
Gotcha.
I can still wear the Soviet.
Yeah, go right ahead. It's still part of the whole cost. You're still the feral cat wrangler. It's just for once they're listening. It's just if you want now, you can go check to see if the one made a freaking mess.
I heard her fart over here.
Well, it wasn't me.
Oh no, I know it. She makes a farting sound every time she shits.
Oh, lovely. All right, so anyways, so that's our tentative name for the time being of the show, because I am running out of creativity. But we've got a handful of topics that we're going to go over. Just going to be the same as any of your humorous run-of-the-mill live stream. And Frankie here is doing all right.
No, she actually used the litter
Frankie?
box.
Yeah, this is our buddy Frankie here.
Oh.
Yeah, I took him to the GOP Jamboree a few years ago, and he survived.
Hell
So we commemorate him with the Topher hat.
He did not survive, you mean?
He made it like 5 minutes outside the door and then died. You know, it is what it is.
And he got this as a consolation prize.
Yes, he caught it.
Hmm.
He caught it. He just didn't make it that one. A horrible allergic reaction. Who'd have known? Just there goes Frankie. Anyways, so on with the show. And don't worry, we'll eventually get better props than that. But for the time being, we're still seeing if this whole system's going to work like we want it to. And for the time being, well, at least it hasn't broken like last time. So we're going to wait and see. So in our first topic, this one was...
It was the Marine Corps.
Yeah, who sent me Donut Operator? Which one of you guys sent that one?
It was Angry Cops.
Maybe me.
Angry Cops?
Yeah, it was Angry Cops. I believe.
Okay.
Complained about it.
It's hard to tell the two of them apart because they both do the same damn thing. One's just scarier about it, and the other one's fatter about it. You know, I can't tell the difference. You know,
Well, Angry Cops is he's not only a cop, but he was also a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
Fun. Good to know. All right.
Which kind of explains like how he does his videos.
Oh, I love the way how he does it. So speaking of him, we're gonna give him the good credit there. And
Wait, that was it. Hold on.
ooh,
Let me do it. Oh yeah, it was Angry Cops.
all right. Hey, good to check.
Field Airman gone journalist advocates for the U.S. Marine Corps to be disbanded.
Yes, because I can only make the assumption that I think there's some rivalry there. You know, I guess the Air Force don't like the Marine Corps, and the Marine Corps don't like the Air Force.
I mean, the Chair Force.
Well,
Sure.
nobody likes the Air Force. We call them the Chair Force for a reason.
You see, this is why we had to have him on for this. You know, we need someone who's been in uniform, who's been in the service, that can tell us the business of it.
It doesn't like
Yeah. Basically, just figured, all right, well, this guy just must be off his rocker. And then the scene in the description before he had changed it recently that this person was in the Air Force. I figured probably something more to this. So we're gonna see if the screen share function is gonna break this thing violently, or if it's actually going to work. All right, so I'm gonna go to the tab, and bam. Okay, hold on to your butts, everybody. Is it working? Is it working?
My butt is clenched.
This is also why we had to have him on. You gotta have a sense of humor. It's just one of the things you gotta have if you're gonna like be in any way associated to chaos media. You have to have a sense of humor. We are nuts. We're just professional too. So.
nut jobs.
That's questionable. That's questionable.
So the Hill Marine Corps just at its 250th birthday. Now let's abolish it. This person says. Okay, last month they turned 250. 2.5 centuries since its founding in a Philadelphia tavern, which is now thankfully
Oh yeah,
open.
have you guys seen the birthday message?
I did.
That
a while
was
ago. That was
motivational.
nice. All right, the Marines have evolved into a sophisticated and celebrated expeditionary arm, notably perfecting amphibious warfare in the Pacific and exemplary American valor in conflict spreading continents and eras from Tripoli and Iwo Jima to how do I pronounce that?
Let's
Where?
scroll up so I can read it.
Yeah, I just lost it.
Yeah,
Helmand?
Oh, up again.
All the way back up.
There you go.
All right.
Tripoli, Iwo Jima, Incheon. Oh God, now we're getting the freaking.
Okay,
Sean?
Sean, Fallujah, and Helmand. Yeah, gotta love it when they prop the ads up and it's like, oh, what the heck was I reading? Wow, I am absolutely sober somehow. How does America reflects on its most mythologized service? Oh my, is it mythologized? We should ask.
Oh, hold on, I gotta do this. It's like we should ask a difficult question. Do we still need the Marine Corps?
Dun dun dun.
Considering this guy's a failed airman, I have to give like the nerd voice.
Oh, it's very humorous. I mean, we could satirize it by all means. You know,
I don't know if that we're allowed to. So.
yeah, we're being
Okay.
humorous.
All right.
We're just gonna read what he says, be honest about it, and then we can ask questions in that. We don't have to necessarily be biased, but I mean, if in all honesty, if somebody writes something that we through like just reading it and going,
I have to read this to make sure it isn't satire. The Onion doesn't say at the
Yeah.
very bottom. The Onion.
yes, the Onion or
The
the Babylon
Babylon
Bee
Bee.
or not the Bee or the Bee Gees, Reezies, Foseesies,
The Bee's Knees.
the Bee's Knees, yeah, the Bee's Knees. And in all honesty, in some cases, we're not covering a live event. So, I mean, we thankfully don't have to really worry about like, oh, we're going to pull your credentials because we don't like you. It's like, so long as we're not being complete scumbag, yellow, black, evil, red, brown, whatever color card they're going to smack us with as far as journalism, we can make fun of somebody if it's like, okay, I have a vision of this person in my mind when they wrote this. And this person sounds like a nerd.
Sounds like the nerd emojis. Literally,
Yes.
that's exactly what I'm thinking as I'm reading this. Is the nerd emoji?
Yeah, so you can be humorous and say that, yeah, just the way it's written. This is what I'm thinking. I think it's funny. I think it'll make this more digestible. Why the hell not? So, anyways, if you want to continue, unless anyone else wants to take a scrap at it.
I just wanted to read that single sentence.
I can't read.
That's okay.
Let me go get you a pack of 24 Crayola crayons. Now, what's your favorite?
Thank you. I'd appreciate it.
You're welcome. The Marine Corps' apex moments came during World War II. The entire Pacific campaign was built upon the Marines' model of island hopping. Or is it island hoping the way he spelled it? Ooh, such a question.
It says hopping. That's correct.
Hopping. Okay, I want to make sure it wasn't a typo. Because that tends to happen to where people wind up using the artificial intelligence instead of the F7 key for the auto spell or an auto check. You know?
A brutal string of that. Now I know what
A
fucking
string.
up. A string. God. Okay, no,
String.
you read this. You read this. I'm not drunk, but my ADHD cannot right now.
That's fine. You got the ads pop up. Everything happens. You know, maybe I need an ad blocker. A string of brutal Pacific victories pushed Imperial Japan back to its homeland and established the Marine Corps as a national symbol of resolve. When the war ended with Japan's surrender, the Marines' role had crystallized to take and hold the beaches no one else dared try. Because yes, indeed, it was indeed a suicide mission. After the war, strategic landscape had shifted dramatically. Emergence of nuclear weapons, missile technology. Marines and their functions were suddenly outdated. They were fighting mostly.
Here's a contradiction to that.
Oh, by all means, give it to me, because as soon as you said they were outdated, I went, hold on here.
Do missiles and nuclear weapons control a street corner?
You know what? I don't think they do, unless you're Joe Dirt. Does that count? Because he did have the poop missile, and he was able to hold down that tourist center.
Just they're very helpful, especially nuclear, you know. But like that kind of stuff doesn't control a street corner. You can't get into a building and verify that it's cleared out, or you know, like
that
you
is
need
true.
You need that aspect of boots on the ground, or until we can sort of automate that, like make it more robotic or whatever. Like
Pretty much.
Into robot dogs.
you're gonna need infantry to some extent. And the role of the Marine Corps is to go in, blow shit up, and move on to the next objective.
And then blow that up too.
Yeah. Our job isn't to dig and hold. That's the Army's job.
Yeah.
That's an army grunt.
Yep. Pretty much.
We
Yeah.
can do that, but what we do is we move forward and continue on.
That makes sense to me.
We're what we call ourselves the tip of the spear for that reason specifically. Like we're the first ones in, last ones
you're
out.
the war fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, in the article where he mentions that they're obsolete and he starts going into the Cold War, my first thing that comes to mind, both of you ought to be familiar with this. I don't know if you are, but the Potomac Army. Because the Army was being very well replaced by the Marine Corps because of their adaptability. So the Army nearly went extinct. So they basically made themselves to be some type of... the only way I could understand kind of why they're thinking in this particular way is they thought, all right, well, we're mostly going to be using Davy Crockett's and that. So we're going to make them like a super nuclear defensive force to where they're going to have basically just the whole idea of World War I, except with nuclear arms and, of the time, modern weapons and chem suits and Kevlar and the like. And that seemed to be a terrifying and almost disastrous role for the Army until I realized, okay, we're not really going to bring nuclear Armageddon. We don't need to play Fallout, you know.
Fallout, Chernobyl, Shadow.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, did either of you guys remember the Potomac Army idea?
I think so, yeah. I never heard of it called that, though.
But yeah, that's the one thing that comes to mind. So as far as where this guy's going on about the Marine Corps being outdated, I do remember them having an experimental phase, but by all means, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it in the 1990s when they discovered video games?
What?
Yeah.
Honey, video games have been around since like I think the 70s. The first video game out there I think was Pong.
Yeah, but what the U.S. Marines wound up doing is Doom got made, and then they reskinned Doom and used it for a training simulator, and then eventually that's how we got like the Army comic books and when we used to do Backline with Bobby Rizzo, like the country of Zarvenia and all of that.
Well, I know that the military was using video games as, like, they had the idea of using it for some kind of training for a long time. And then, I don't know if you guys remember it, but the Army for a while was trying to do Twitch streaming. And AOC got all butthurt about it. And then later on, she ended up streaming with Hassan Piker, doing Among Us.
I didn't know it went that bad. I thought like after like the whole free Nikes for recruitment thing failed, that was just the end of it.
Can you scoot this way? Because I have literally no access to the mic.
All right.
Okay, now.
All right, cool. God, so it got worse than the free Nikes for recruitment.
But yeah, I know it was at least the Army that was doing like streaming. Oops.
Wow. Maybe they should have just stuck to playing Halo 3, man. Oh, wow. That's nuts. I didn't think it got that bad. Oh my God. So I'd argue. I mean, I gotta say, I got a bias from the Marine Corps. You know, we got that flag in the house and that, and you know, I had one distant relative that was in the Air Force, but I have to ask Dad what the whole story was, because he just basically showed me this movie and went, "Oh, that guy there who screwed up? Yeah, that guy that didn't get in the jet and fly. Yeah, that was like my uncle, like 2-3 generations ago." And I'm like, "Wow, he sounds like a whiny moron." Yeah, he was. And it's like, okay, cool. So Slickball from whatever the heck movie that was a relative.
Yeah, I know I've told you guys my MOS in the Marine Corps, but and I know I told one of our friends. You know, you'll probably know who I'm talking about, the European one.
Yeah.
I told him about it, and then I told him what units I was with. They were just ESBs, Engineer Support Battalions. And he looked him up, and he's like, he was expecting some kind of like historic like unit, and he's like, no, they just built a bridge in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yep. It's like that sometimes.
Now we're going to the Screaming Eagles.
Yep, not everyone's the Screaming Eagle. Sometimes you need bridges just because, damn it, I like this middle of nowhere. I just can't get my doggone patent over it. You know, it gets stuck, so I got to build a bridge so we can get the patent from point A to point B. Why are we using an antique like a patent? General said so, that's why.
It was held together by was it duct tape, zip ties, and
hopes and dreams. I remember that. Oh, God.
Some guy I met at a concert who was serving the Marine Corps, and he's like, you know all those Humvees? Yeah, they're just held together by zip ties, duct tape, hopes and dreams. I remember sitting in this thing, and I'm like, well, if this thing falls apart,
pretty much, yeah.
I die. Oh well.
Oh, God.
I'd say I'd rather ride in a 7-ton than ride in a Humvee. Oops.
I'm not too familiar with what the difference is. Are the 7 tons the MRAPs?
No, they're just large trucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that option. All day, every day.
Well, I remember what they were going through with the Bradley when they were trying to get that thing finally fielded. And, oh my God, it was an albatross. They started building the Bradley back during the Vietnam War. And it was in development hell for 25 years. And it finally got pushed through, I believe, in the last year and a half, the last 2 years of Reagan's administration, it was just unbelievable what they went through with
Thinking
that
about
vehicle.
it, I did see something kind of on the history of Humvees. So the Jeep has always, or like when it was used in military service, it was mainly just used for like getting supplies like to the front lines and whatnot. Like it was meant to be fast, quick, get out.
Yeah,
While
vehicle.
while the Humvee was kind of the successor to that, but because of the war in Afghanistan, they had to armor them up because of IEDs and stuff.
Oh yeah,
So they became heavier, they became slower, they just became overall more uncomfortable, and all that. But now that the war in Afghanistan is over and we're looking at like maritime warfare and maybe some like Indo-Pacific kind of stuff, they're kind of doing a new successor to the Jeep, where it's like kind of actually fulfilling that like original
Yeah, I
role.
seen that. I saw that that new vehicle that they're fielding. About time.
Oh, it's nice as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, donut operator and a couple people got to ride it, and I was like,
hey, fat electrician too.
Yeah.
I watched that myself. The thing was, the Jeep was originally supposed to be like a mechanical mule, and because mules, if you got a mule that's actually sure-footed, you can scale a sheer cliff with it. You can load them with a lot of equipment. They're a lot more resilient than horses, so the Jeep
and
was
the
basically...
coolest thing about this is something I learned about the history of Jeeps as well. Like back in World War II or World War I forget when exactly they were implemented, but instead of like having them fully constructed at the plant and shipped in, they just shipped them in boxes and the troops had to put them together.
Oh
no! It's the most military thing ever.
Oh god!
Yeah, they were designed originally.
Yeah, they just shipped them in crates, and you had to get each part out of them and put it all together. Like have a few troops, like put them together.
Oh wow!
On site.
That's a lot of work. My God, that explains the meme you sent me 2 years ago.
Yeah, the Jeep was originally designed by Willis, and Willis was not able to keep up with the demand. So what had happened was the big three, Ford, GMC, and Chrysler, took over the manufacturing. But once the war effort was over and they went back to manufacturing
consumer stuff,
regular cars, exactly, consumer stuff, eventually the contract went to AMC General, and it's ironic because AMC General, when they stopped making Jeeps, that's the company that started making the Humvees. So, yeah, it's interesting. And now we got the new vehicles from Oshkosh. Like, we got a whole bunch of vehicles, but I think like the new primary one that they're putting the troops in instead of using the Humvees now is that Oshkosh truck. So, yeah. I'm glad it's made here. I'm glad that we're not using something, like reappropriated from Yugoslavia or something.
Yeah, I hear you. As much as I like AK Country, their engineering feats that they're known for starts and ends with the AK-47 in some variation. I can't.
The U.S. has always been very good at like militarized high tech. We're a very high tech military.
Definitely. Well, so what do you think, guys? We think we pretty much beat the dead horse with this this humorous nerd.
Oh yeah, something that is covered in the article later on is that like I don't think they talk about it being the smallest branch in the military, but it was like 150,000 or so Marines in the military, like active duty Marines, and like the budget is 6%. It's not a large part of it, and it's like that's a steal for like what the Marines actually do for the
ours here
for like the large part, or like for the big picture of the military in like the various war efforts we've done. So it's like why cut 6% if it's like doing a lot of the heavy lifting in certain aspects of the war?
I mean, if you can get the job done cost effectively.
That's why you normally have the Marine Corps and the Army Rangers like working together.
Pretty much, like if it works, why get rid of
each branch, like other than the in a sense we're special forces, but it's like don't don't waste time training troops that aren't specialized to do the kind of things that high mobility infantry is supposed to do. You know?
Yeah, and I get you with that one. And besides, if we were to theoretically get rid of the United States Marine Corps, Crayola would probably go bankrupt.
They would. The museum. I saw this Instagram reel a while ago, and I think it was
what museum?
It was for a museum, but what it was, where you see this.
It was in Jersey, wasn't it?
I have no idea where it was. No, it was.
I think it was in Jersey.
It had all these Crayola crayons that you could just grab, and he's like, and here you see a buffet for the United States Marine Corps. All the shades of Crayola crayons down the line, and it's like, don't ever bring a Marine here. There is an IPA this guy made that I think it was worked with Crayola for a while. That was the design of the can was shaped like a crayon, like it had the whole design on there.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when he went up to go to New York, in 23, I kept mentioning us going and getting it.
We couldn't find a place that would have it.
Yeah, that was the downside.
They're like, oh, you need to go to Jersey for that. And I'm like, I'm not going across that bridge again. No. God, that was too expensive and too stupid.
Too expensive for a 6-pack anyway.
Yeah, they would charge us like $40 or something. That's ridiculous.
Probably closer to 20.
Yeah. But yeah, just as soon as I seen that article, I was like, yeah, that we're later on, and we're definitely going to have a company meeting and go, okay, how do we lawfully go ahead and send these guys an angry letter to tell them, please stop.
And then you saw the Washington Post stuff I sent you earlier too.
Oh yeah, I was just like, when people decide that they are going to wind up cutting the funding, cutting the benefits, does anyone remember in history the bonus army? This is how the bonus army got started. Yeah. They got promised. Okay.
The guy one of the guys who led that was a Marine.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that man who led it was
Smedley Butler.
He was a double Medal of Honor winner.
Yeah. Smedley Butler, the man, the legend. And then around the time of World War II, there was a racket and a revolution that happened, and then that's why he published his book and was a whistleblower and said, hey, you've got a problem with the Bund and other people like them. They're trying to overthrow the government. They want me to lead them because they know I'm a good Marine, and they knew how he got screwed over with the bonus army. Yeah, so I understand the freedom of the press.
Prescott Bush. That's who that was. The one who was the head of all that. Prescott Bush. The former President Bush's father and...
Which former President Bush?
The first one. His father and the grandfather to the second one. So,
yes.
Jeb.
Yeah. Jeb's grandfather. That's why my father, may rest in peace, he always used to refer to Herman Walker Bush. He used to call him Prescott's boy.
Yeah. So we'll wind up having a meeting about that another future time. But yeah.
Oh, we got 3 now.
Yay! They're all laughing at the test run. By all means, this was run by Hopes, Dreams, Duct Tape, and Zip Ties. I had to butcher it. Stat 2. All right, so yeah, I guess that one, I'd say we've pretty much wrapped that one up, All right, so what do we want to do next here? We got...
I don't know. What do you want to do today?
I don't know, man. What do you want to do today?
About Representative... okay, do you want to do Representative Omar next?
That one will be relatively quick because that one, we've got the...
ones out of the way, and then you guys
It depends, because... a lot of the context is the Minnesota government getting scammed by Somalians who have an average IQ of 68.
Yeah, all right. Why not? Let's go dive into that one. So, yeah. So Representative Omar is in trouble and controversy yet again. Like Crossfire just mentioned, yes. It's a multi-layered corruption cake.
It's a nice, awful tiramisu.
Yes, it's an awful tiramisu, like muckraker's tiramisu.
If I remember correctly, that's the cake that has all the little layers, right?
Yeah, unless you're talking about the tres leche cake.
That might be it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the sort of charity scam that was being done around Dearborn or whatever, right?
Yeah, that one got reported by just about everybody. Good Lord,
Yeah.
that was awful. Yeah, several charities that were being run, and they were just scamming. Just a whole bunch of fraud had occurred.
It's like the White House, right?
Just about, yeah. It is actually comparable to the scandal that happened with the White House. Long story short,
They were just feeding the autistic children.
yeah, just like how the White House was just going into war zones and trying to save the poor innocent souls of those caught in between and caught in the fire.
Oh, the poor oil. I mean the children.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, you guys saw the Venezuelan oil tanker thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was epic.
that was actually a very well executed strike, and I know it was a very well executed strike because enough journalists were complaining about it. That's part of the reason why our first topic wound up being a failed airman wanting to go ahead and say, hey, maybe we should get rid of the Marine Corps, and it's like,
Yeah, at least this time we're bombing drug smugglers and not children.
yeah, thankfully. Thank you for wrangling the stray cat, the feral cat.
Be
Yes.
careful.
Part of the reason he probably wanted to get rid of the Marine Corps is because the president has he can deploy the Marine Corps at any time at his own discretion. He doesn't have to confer with Congress or the Senate or anybody.
Oh, and think about this. With the video of the 6 service members and the CIA lady, none of them were Marines.
Mm-hmm.
There were a few Marines coming out in support, but none of the, there were some that were Marines and servicemen Marines and Congress members that were supporting them, but most, the ones that were in the video were not Marines.
Yep. Oh,
And
gotta
then,
love.
of course, there were other military members that were in support and whatnot, and all that goofy stuff.
Yeah, I remember one of them being a spook and all that. All right, let me see. Where do I have the? Let's see here. No, I didn't get rid of it now, did I? Okay, no, I did not. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm doing this correctly here. All right, there we go. Let me try and hit the right button this time. Share the screen. Share the window. There we go. All right, is it working now? Has it malfunctioned? All right.
Yeah, there was dead silence.
Well, let's hope this is working. All right, so I picked Times of India.
Break it down for me. I'm not completely familiar with this part.
All right. Well, the Times of India reporting on it. I grabbed that because one of the things you'll notice here is they mention Representative Ted Cruz, and if you go look over here on Congress.gov, they have the House Resolution 713. We have Mace Nancy also, so it seems that
It's
there's
Nancy Mace.
Nancy Mace. Okay, thank you. I am
Yeah,
blind.
she was the rep that basically got MSNBC in deep doo-doo over calling president a rapist.
Wow. Well, that would definitely be something to file under ethics, like how we have right here. If this works, but
It was like, that whole lawsuit over, I forget who was it. I don't want to say it was Jim Acosta because I know it wasn't. But it was one of the MSNBC ding-dongs that was like trying to get Nancy Mace to denounce Trump for allegedly raping someone and saying he was guilty of it, but really he was like at most civilly liable.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that whole hearsay nonsense. Yeah. This one, thankfully, has a little bit more meat than that because there's been quite the conundrum, which is also why I pulled up the Times of India, because India, one of our allies, if they're smelling something rotting, something that smells like
They're
food,
very good at smelling that.
oh yeah, absolutely, yes. They only have so many PSAs about please use the toilet. So as soon as I seen this and that it looked like it wasn't too horribly bad and biased, I was like, you know what? Why not? We'll go with the Times of India. You know?
We got Indian food earlier because I insisted.
And in all honesty, one of my favorite, fairly unbiased news sources is WeOn, which comes from India. So why not? So they asked the question: jail, fines, or deportation? What Ted Cruz says about claims over Representative Ilhan Omar marrying her brother. Oh my! So let's see here. Senator Ted Cruz suggested that Miss Ilhan Omar could have. Oh boy, she could face severe penalties, including imprisonment and deportation, if allegations of marrying her brother for U.S. entry are indeed true.
I mean, as opposed to it being any better if she married him because she wanted to strum the banjo.
Ding, 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 ding. Well, both are illegal. And it's like I was saying, this is like a Tres Leches cake of just corruption and humor. And yeah, I mean, we're not going to play the whole thing here. I mean, they probably might give us a copyright, but you know what? It's India, whichever. Let's see this humorousness roll.
Sounds great. High quality sound right here.
It's just India's finest high technology.
You know what's messed up? They just showed that jail cell. I'm not even kidding. It looks exactly like the baboon house over at the Bronx Zoo.
Oh, Lord.
I'm pretty sure that's the Seacot jail in El Salvador.
It might be. I'm not entirely sure.
Just the way that they're all sitting like that, you know, with the cross-legged up on those benches. If you go to the baboon house up in the Bronx Zoo, they sit the same exact way and they're that close to the bars. That's why I was looking at it. Like, that's the first thing I thought of was when was the last time I was there?
Is that in your neck of the woods? Yeah.
Well, if you're I'm sure you're familiar with how things are at Seacot. It's like the largest prison right now or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, it's fairly large. All right, so
and it's specifically meant for like the cartels and like
MS-13.
Yeah.
Yeah, hardened gangs.
All the gangbangers, yeah.
That we somehow can tell them what to do when they're their own sovereign country and they've already signed an agreement. It's like, I don't know what to tell you guys. All right.
Oh, yeah, you guys know about Abrego Garcia being brought back to the U.S.? They like a federal judge just said we can't detain him or something.
Yeah, they basically bounced him back and forth, and now he's back in the U.S. and they're keeping him for the time being over in Maryland, I think.
Those poor Maryland men.
I don't know. You think they might do the same with this woman?
Probably.
She's a horrible human being, she is. I was watching an interview with her during the week. Her English is amazing. She sounds like she was born here.
Yeah, it's because she was brought over here like as a refugee when she was like 6 or something.
Yeah,
I think you're right. Yeah, was when she was fairly young.
Yeah. Just but the way she mastered.
Yeah, like her family came over as refugees or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their government was being toppled, and quite literally, she got one of the last helicopters out of there, Vietnam style.
I am the captain now.
Pretty much. Yeah, that joke's been running like crazy with everything going on over there. Her marrying her brother, several people that are her community constituents getting involved in various corruption charges for just defrauding charities, and then apparently Ohio has
Marrying their brothers.
marrying their brothers, marrying their cousins, yeah, doing things of that nature that makes West Virginia look like it's not backwards.
Makes
in
the
regards
West
to-
Virginia's family tree that's shaped like more like a bush.
Yeah, it's more like deranged Christmas wreath. Yeah, makes that look like it's a straight up oak. Yeah, and there's the welfare fraud. So yeah, they don't want to completely just drown you guys out there. And also on top of that, they need to make it. They tell us to not play 100% of something because oh no, we're trying to steal their stuff. And it's like
We're streaming it to YouTube. I mean, this
Yeah.
is why you can back stuff up to Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, wherever you want it to go.
pretty much, which we'll wind up doing once we figure this whole thing out, and then we can just go copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, so we don't have to worry about.
Best part is I love how Trump called Tim Walz retarded, and then
There were drive-bys.
it's funny because he's complaining, but the problem is he's either complicit or fell for a scam by people who are
not as smart as
basically-
him
who
on
have
the
an
IQ
IQ of
scale.
functionally retarded.
I need to wrangle this feral cat here. This is the old
All right.
senile one.
You can go ahead and take care of her, hon. Yeah, I gotta love that. You just gotta wonder, how is it they're letting this go on for so long? Why is it now it's finally taken a president to go and say, all right, well, I'm going to basically lash your state and its government for its incompetencies, because if you are getting scammed or you're getting controlled or you're in some way, shape, or form beholden to this large population of people who, on the IQ scale, are indeed deficient, and on top of that, are taking advantage of everything and anything, then it's like, do you have a law? Do you have a law that you uphold? Is the question, Because if people are,
Yeah, and the worst part is the Tim Walz administration was like actively retaliating against whistleblowers for this.
I'm not surprised in the slightest. Jesus, in Chicago, we had a similar thing happen under Rahm Emanuel with all of the different things he was doing. One in particular he was able to put under the rug was having his hand in defunding and closing down several mental health facilities around the state of Illinois by just basically just tapping the Obama admins on the shoulder going, hey, I know this is out of my jurisdiction outside Cook County, but I have people that go over there and they're anti-Semitic, or he'd come up with something.
Come up some bullshit reason that had nothing to do with the treatment of the people there, if there were sexual assault allegations or all that.
Yeah.
They're just like, okay, well, we're a Democrat state, which means we're going to have a high population of mentally ill people, more than likely.
Yeah.
And it's like, shut it all down.
And basically anyone who asked questions, he did the same stereotypical treatment, which was like, well, they called him the Ram father. And
you call him the Ramfuhrer.
Yeah, I called him the Ramfuhrer. That caught on very well, thankfully, yeah. So, yeah, I was just like, oh, no journalists here, just some anti-Semitic racist hate mongers that are trying to commit terrorism by speaking. So, yeah, to this day, just like how she mentioned, we're all still wondering how in the hell that happened, because the fact that it did happen makes us all scratch our heads and go, wow,
Yeah,
what
my
happened?
guess is they just don't care.
Pretty much, yeah. They're just like, whatever, all right. So,
Do your thing.
our company being run in comically one of the most corrupt cities in the world, I got to look over there and go, wow, all the jokes they've made about our last mayor, like the one that gave us all these nice feral cats, which she got made fun of for that and got called Madam Splinter or Master Splinter or Mr. Splinter, the Rat Queen, and all the other monikers. Like, it's a literally running joke. If you're running for office, you've got to be some type of crook. We're just waiting for the caricatures to come up so we can make money on it.
I mean, I can't really say much for Indianapolis. I never paid attention to the political scene over there. And apparently we've had several Democrat mayors, which explain why Indianapolis is now looking a lot like Chicago.
Yep, massive gun crime. And they've got their cops going around basically looking like discount Army Rangers.
Yeah, and they actually are enforcing a curfew on weekdays now for kids. If they're under the age of like 16 or 18 or something, they have to have a guardian around with them.
Mm-hmm.
Just because around 4th of July weekend, there was several kids that just got gunned down. Just no real reason.
Yep.
Wrong
Gang
place, wrong
violence.
time.
Yep. But yeah, lots of fun happening over there with Ilhan Omar, and it's going to be very interesting to see what comes out of it, because right now she does have a censure. We did show that briefly, and that's on regular Congress.gov website, House Resolution 713, censuring Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota and removing her from the Committee on Education and Workforce and the Committee on the Budget. So that's she got herself a hefty slap on the wrist.
Yep.
So
basically, censure, like, the most it does is take a Congress member off committees.
pretty much.
At most, it's just like, it's really just a
You're grounded.
waggle your finger at the naughty child.
Pretty much. Yes, she has been considered the naughty child, and she is getting a grounding. So that's pretty much
If
that.
they can even actually vote on it, because there was Stacey Plaskett last time. They couldn't even agree on waggling their finger at her.
Yeah, so I'm basically just going to sit and wait and see whatever happens. And then if something does develop, we'll go ahead and do a story on it. But for the time being, that's the only thing that's developed. Other than that, it's kind of like how the video was saying, where it's the drama of the back and forth. Well, the president wants her to be deported because she's a criminal. And the press wants to laugh at her and say, yeah, you're a moron. And then the citizens were not there for questioning because they're busy making another scam. Oh. So, yeah. All right, so what else do we have on here? I've got the two of them. And
You
then
have Larry Fink, and then you've got youngsters toppling another government. So I guess we'll go with like Larry Fink. I'm going to probably call it a day.
all right, yeah, that's fine. Just go ahead and take the feral cats with you. Let's leave this one. This is the one that behaves.
The less feral one.
Yeah, she's the less feral one.
Here, I'll give you Igor in my place.
All right, put your uniform hat on there and punch out for the day. Make sure Lori goes ahead and get your punch card situated in that.
Yeah.
I don't know, flip his eyes on maybe.
Yeah, I had an idea here.
Yeah.
So I get this gas mask on.
Yeah. So I don't know, Crossfire, you want to go give your expertise on those youngsters, or should we go full tinfoil conspiracy and?
Okay, no, I think
Oh, that's fine.
We can do the Larry Fink thing first.
All right. There we go. That'll work. That'll keep the damn animals in line. Yeah. All right. So, Scoop, are you ready for this? This is going to be humorously entertaining.
Lay it on me.
All right, everybody, hold on to your butts, because we are going far and wide, and especially thanks to the fact that this man is now no longer banned, and he is back on YouTube. We have the man, the legend, Alex Jones at it again.
Screaming about the frogs being gay.
Yes, although this time it's in the Ukraine.
Gay Ukrainian frogs.
Gay Ukrainian frogs! Must be something the Russians are putting in the missiles, those chemicals, weapons. So, yeah, apparently, Mr.
It's a globalist takeover.
Basically, I mean, when I heard this story, I was like, you know what? It just fits. I tried to look at some of the
It
other
works.
ones. It works because all the other ones were like trying to be mega professional about it, and I'm like, you're just trying to hide how insane this is. If you're going to give me an insane story, give me an insane man. So here we are, Infowars.com, everybody. Oh, God. And it starts with one simple question. What could possibly go wrong? So according to Zelensky's official website, BlackRock, one of the largest investment firms in the world, is managing $10 trillion in assets, and has been working for several months on a project to advise the Ukrainian government on how to structure the country's reconstruction effort. Reconstructing the reconstructing of the reconstruction. Very interesting run-on sentences. Alex. All right. Vladimir Zelensky and Larry Fink agreed to focus in the near term on coordinating the efforts of all potential investors and participants in the reconstruction of our country, channeling investments into the most relevant and impactful sectors of the Ukrainian economy, the website stated. During the conversation, it was emphasized that certain BlackRock leaders plan to visit Ukraine in the new year, so sometime next year. Oh, goody, so this is going to get crazier. Good, I want to see how nuts this is going to get, because it's just, this was something that I had to hear from the madman's mouth. So as former White House Chief Strategist Steve Bannon pointed out, billions of dollars Ukraine will be managing with BlackRock originally came from U.S. taxpayers. Oh, that's fun. This is your money. Please repeat your money. Break up the oligarchs, he posted Wednesday on Gitter. Wait, I thought Gitter was a thing that you bought socks off of. I didn't know it was a social media platform.
Huh?
Wow, I am old and out of touch.
Yes, you are.
Good God, am I getting old? Okay. The World Bank, the European Commission, Ukrainian government compiled a report earlier this year claiming the total cost of rebuilding the Ukraine linked with the conflict with Russia could, Jesus Christ, top $349 billion. You see why I wanted a crazy person to talk to go on about this? That's a lot of money. Look at that. Billions. And that's in US dollars. How much is that in their own currency? Is that going to be worth anything? Is that going to be like Weimar Republic Deutschmarks? Holy God. That figure only considers the damage up until June 1st, which means damage that occurred after that date will not include in the massive estimation. This comes days after Zelensky visited the White House and addressed Congress to complain that the nearly $100 billion US in taxpayer funds to assist in the Ukrainian conflict was not enough. We all know how that went. And how much I love you, Alex. You have a bit where you actually yell at us. All right. Hold on to your butts, everybody. Let's hear him scream. I did not purposefully click on that point, but all right, we're being targeted with nuclear weapons, boys and girls.
You got the volume up on it?
I do. Is it coming through?
No.
Oh, all right. Here, let me back this up. Let me go ahead and adjust. See, this is why we're doing a test stream. All right, let's see here. Let me go through the settings. Let me see if I can get this to work. Do. All right. What's the instruction manual tell me? Tim, share. All right. Oh, I have to click a box for that. Okay. Well, that would explain why I was having trouble. All right. Oh, there it is, right there. Window. Share. Okay. Let me know if this works. All right, is it coming through?
Negative.
I don't hear anything.
Any dice?
No.
Nope.
Oh, doggone it. All right, here, let me try and do this a third time around.
Third time's a charm.
Cat.
Let's see if this can work. Window.
Hi, kitty. Does the kitty hear me?
She can hear you, and she's actually behaving herself for a change. Feral animal. All right. Now let's see if this works.
Odd that Ukraine is fighting the war. No, the
There we
global
go.
empowering Ukraine, and they overthrew
I hear that
them
beautiful
years
voice.
ago and started the ongoing war against Russia
All right, nice.
that triggered this. That's the facts. Here's Zelensky.
I believe there should be no taboos between us in our alliance. Ukraine never asked the American soldiers to fight on our land instead of us. I assure you that Ukrainian soldiers can perfectly operate American tanks and planes.
Now the fun thing is I can know for a fact, at least for the most part, that I don't think these guys from InfoWars are going to nag at us for showing their stuff. They're just going to basically scream louder at us. So you guys let me know when this gets too crazy, okay?
Hit pause. Back it up 5 seconds. He's on record asking for NATO to come in. He's on record asking for troops. He's on record. Just everything he says is a lie. Or 3, disgusting standing ovations, fawning by both political parties as they launder back, of course, most of the proceeds into their own pockets, as we learned that the FBI criminally, with the CIA, spies the American people and manipulates and controls elections. The good news is all of this evil, like a sore coming to the surface, is erupting, and the population is waking up very, very quickly. The question is, can we organize non-criminal elements of society and private society and government and reverse this before the fall of our republic is complete? The borders are, again, completely wide open. All hell is breaking loose, not just here, but around the world. We're going to be laying it all out on this live Thursday edition, and we're going to, of course, be taking your phone calls. There is so much to get to. But
all right, well, let me try and find past the phone calls. I don't want to get the phone calls. All right, let's see. All right, where is him going on about crazy talk? All right, there's his ads. Talking to Congress. All right, come on, where's the... All right, there's his sales ad. All right. Okay, so maybe here's where he gets past the sales ads.
They were performing at SeaWorld. Over the top, creepy. There is Zelensky, says PBS anchorwoman, wearing the traditional olive fatigues.
I don't know, guys. I think Joe Biden looks snappier. All right, like I guess just that little bit there in the beginning was just his rant. I guess the whole rest of it is just him talking to Congress, just asking for. Okay, this
Asking
here is
for more
funny.
money like usual.
Over it. It's so exciting. It's so much fun, and all the Hollywood trash, like Sean Penn travels to make homage and to make pilgrimage to Zelensky, who's an actor and who was installed and who has declared dictatorial powers and now addresses our dictatorial Congress in a military outfit. So that is what Armageddon looks like.
Yes, Armageddon
There's
has a 10%.
how he has the skull on the table like it's nothing.
I mean, wow, I thought it was overdoing it, having this guy over here and then having Frankie right here. Damn, I do not have enough skulls here. I have to get a little bit evil with it, I guess. Oh, God. All right, so I will be surprised if we get any complaints from Free Speech Systems or Alex Jones, Inc. I don't know. What do you guys think?
That was funny.
You want me to look at the website he's got linked there to see if it's an actual website?
Who knows with him?
I was promised a cartoon. I know. What do you think, Crossfire?
Go ahead.
All right. 4 times the charm. All right. I promise this is not going to be much longer. It's just this was the most hilarious segment just because of the fact that, it's Alex Jones, everybody. Oh, God. All right. Do I have the right tab here? Do I have the right thing? Let me scroll up here. All right, that's where it says website. All right, let me make sure I'm pushing the right button on this. Okay, click that. click the share the screen, click the thing again. All right, audio selected. And boom, okay, I don't think we're going to need audio, but apparently it's on an official website. So let's see if I get that cartoon I was
It's probably going to
promised.
be in Ukrainian.
We'll see. I don't know. It's loading. Oh no, everybody. I think the Russians might have taken it down. Egads. I got nothing. Oh no.
Dang.
What about the next one? Am I gonna get something? Let's see. What do I have here? What
Oh.
do I have here? Please don't
One
be
of
adult
them's
entertainment.
working. It's Steve Bannon.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have to register. All right, bummer. Okay.
Guess getter.
Okay, here we go. All right. So it works. And apparently it's real.
It's
Now,
not
where's that
borked.
cartoon? It's what?
It's not borked.
It's not. Oh, it's not borked. Yeah, it's not broken. It's not in wow, it's actually all in English. I'm surprised.
So let me see if I got this straight. We've
Yeah.
been giving this fucking dwarf all this money for his country, and now he's turning around and hiring BlackRock with the money.
Yep, that's what it says. He wants BlackRock to lead
Wow.
the reconstruction effort.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, there was a conference meeting with Larry Fink, CEO of one of the world's leading investment managers, BlackRock. BlackRock manages clients' assets worth about $8 trillion in accordance with the preliminary agreement struck earlier this year between the head of the state and Larry Fink. The BlackRock team has been working for several months to prepare a project to advise Ukrainian government on how to structure the country's reconstruction funds. All right, well, where's that cartoon I was promised? I'm not seeing it, but
Do you realize
know.
what this means?
yeah, this is going to be very not interesting.
Well,
Oh,
no. Bro, BlackRock is the company that for like the past decade has been like pushing all of the woke shit in this country. So, yeah, Ukraine, enjoy going woke.
You know, it's even funnier. BlackRock had a commercial where the like first Trump shooter was featured in one of the commercials.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, there was
Wow.
that, and then there was wasn't the Ukrainian guy who had been helping them trying to
No, it was the first one.
the kid that got his head blown to bits. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was there because he worked with them, and I could have sworn there was another commercial. It might not have been, and it might have been someone else. But the individual who got incarcerated tried to stab himself in the neck with a golf pencil in the courtroom. That guy, I think, wound up in a commercial too because of all the funding.
Maybe not the commercial. I don't think he was in a commercial. He was he tried to serve in Ukraine.
Yeah, he was helping.
He tried to contribute to the war effort out there.
Yeah.
They sent him back
No,
because he was too crazy, or they considered him a liability.
Yeah,
the one who set up the sniper's nest at the golf course you're talking about.
Yeah, that shot him up with a
Yeah.
modified SKS because that somehow was a.
He didn't even shoot him, or he didn't even shoot at him. They caught him, or like Secret Service caught him before he could do anything.
Yeah, they found him because he had gotten the plate carrier.
He had his
tiles.
he had his muzzle out too far.
Yeah, he stuck it through the fence. It was pretty easy to see if you know what you're looking for.
No,
Just
he
look
had
at
his
this.
muzzle out too far.
Yeah, he shoved it through the fence, and it's like, hey, I see that over there. Go get him. You know.
You know, there's certain aspects of everything going on with this presidency. It reminds me of my childhood when Reagan was president. Because you guys are both too young to remember, but when John Hinckley tried to shoot President Reagan, do you know what his motivation was?
Yes,
He
taxi
was in love with a girl. He wanted some celebrity to notice him.
He wanted to assassinate President Reagan so Jodie Foster would go on a date with him.
Yeah.
That was his motivation for shooting
And-
Reagan.
Correct me if I was wrong, but wasn't Mrs. Foster 11 years old at the time?
No. She was a full-grown woman at that point. She was 11 years old
okay.
when she did Taxi Driver. I think she did Taxi Driver before I was born. So
Okay, because I remember Brandon Herrera breaking that down, and that was the one thing he made fun of was the fact that he wanted the attention of the actress that played the young girl in the taxi cab film, and he was like,
yeah,
I think she was a young girl at the time. I haven't watched the movie, but I think that's what it was, and I was like, wow, that's quite hysterical and disturbing.
yeah. Jodie Foster was a teenage girl in the movie, but when he shot Reagan, it was like I think 8 or 9 years later. So she would have been in her 20s at that point. I mean,
So at the time, it was legal, but building up to
Yeah.
that point, it's like starting probably illegal, then eventually okay, now of age, but still very creepy.
yeah.
The funny thing with the first Trump shooter was the original perceived motive was that he wanted to impress his like school gun club or something.
Boys are nut jobs.
Christ. Which is why we're leaving that last topic off for you, Crossfire. Because that one is absolutely all of your expertise. And that is, in the most boomerist way possible, the youngsters topple another government, and is anime to blame? I have to.
Personally, I don't know much about the Bulgaria revolt or uprising or whatever you want to call it. And I haven't seen anything with the One Piece flag out there. But yeah. Can you guys just kind of go over this new revolt at least, because I'm somewhat familiar with the others?
All right, by all means, sure. I've got an article that I can go over, although pretty much to make it a long story short, there was a vote of no confidence, and there's a lot of people protesting over in Sofia, which is the capital of Bulgaria. And they're asking for the government to just disband so they can form another one or form a new coalition government to take its place. Like, they want their equivalent of their prime minister, their president, whomever, to just go, to just leave office, and we'll figure it out once you're out of there. For all intents and purposes. That's basically what it is. Now, the One Piece flag has not come up yet, but
it's been in other protests and revolts and stuff. Yeah, so for those of you that are too old to know what One Piece is, it's currently one of the largest selling like comics and like multimedia franchises out there right now. It's actually outsold Batman as of a year or two ago.
Really?
Yeah. I can send you a little more material on like the general stuff with One Piece, but it started like 1999 or 2000 as a manga by Eiichiro Oda.
It's Amazon's top.
And he's run it ever since. Like, this is the only manga that he's actually done, and previous like drafts and previous projects that he's done were all like kind of just proof of concept for this one.
Okay.
And basically, One Piece is a I lost connection with you guys real quick.
You there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't know if you guys can hear me when I drop out, but okay.
Currently, you're okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if Scoob knows this, but One Piece is about pirates.
No, I'm familiar with it. I got nephews.
Okay. So for the most part, just because it's been around for so long, the main character goes around trying to find the treasure of One Piece, which is supposed to make whoever possesses it the king of pirates. That's kind of like the whole goal of it, and that's why it's called One Piece, because they're going after the treasure. But all along the way, the Straw Hat pirate crew stops by various islands that are that were originally run by monarchies and were taken over by like dictators and
government.
yeah, no, the one world government, like they're all part of this one world government,
Mm.
and like the top dogs of this one world government are like they're evil people. They oppress others. Like some of them have slaves and all that. Their prison is like the worst place you could possibly be. Like the torture is really bad there. Like you go like you're put in this like underground complex. Like it's basically a hole that
It's like a
they're
gulag.
supposed to forget about you. Like it's that bad. And like there's various arcs, but a lot of them are they're going to these kingdoms, and they make friends with the like usually daughter of a royal family, and all Luffy cares about is his friends and meat. And if you fuck with one of those two things, he'll topple that organization. And with the like the prison I was talking about, they literally like the first arc regarding it, they had to break in, and then the second arc they had to break out. And as of 7 years ago, the author of this manga said that the series was 80% done 7 years ago.
Damn.
And then he
Still
said,
going.
"You'll know that we're going into the next arc when a pirate with an eye patch shows up, because there have never been a single pirate in this whole 25-year history where a pirate had an eye patch, and now one has shown up."
Okay.
Nifty.
So, and then on top of that, there's like little hints they drop, like that were dropped like early on and like in earlier chapters, like 200, 400, 600. And now the manga is like 1100 plus chapters in, and like entire arcs are being put based around these hints put in like so early on. It's nuts how how thoughtful the manga author is with this stuff.
Well, he definitely beat the original Star Wars in that regards. Shoot, you kidding me?
And like I said, with the Jolly Rogers for the various pirate crews, they're like kind of an embodiment of the crew, and especially the captain's like views on the world. So if like one is if you topple down or like if you destroy the mast of that the Jolly Roger is on, then like that's basically killing the captain, because of like how important it is to them. So like in a sense, it's like they see these values in these flags, and they're using them because like I said, they're toppling like dictatorships and stuff. And at one point in one of the arcs, it was actually one of the longest arcs in the series. They like it. Ironically enough, it was like Mexico, where a cartel ruled everything.
And then, ironically enough, it was about 2 months ago in Mexico City. A bunch of kids were protesting the current president, President Scheinbaum, and they were flying around this item that is comically and presently on sale on Amazon.com. Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
very cool.
everyone's running around with these.
Yeah.
And it's such a high value item and wanted for the holidays that it's 14% off. Wow, what a deal! Well, yeah,
It's a very good manga.
Yeah,
It is very long though, but I highly recommend it.
I
I just
remember
stopped
my
watching
nephews.
it early on because I did not like Luffy's character. Like the fool characters, I always hate them.
Yeah, like I said, it's
remember-
always been it's a very juvenile like humor like series,
Yeah.
but like it's super intricate with its story and stuff.
I remember my nephews watching this about well over 20 years ago. So, yeah.
And also like the technology used for anime or like drawing and animating has gotten so much better, and with the newest arc they finally got around to using it.
Nice.
So they were doing
So
it the old school way before that, huh?
not even old school, like they just used outdated technology for so long.
Mm.
So many studios do that. I mean, shoot, that's why we're using StreamYard right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much a technological Luddite, unless I'm animating 3D characters, and I can't really do that with a stream, you know. You know, the way kids are doing it these days are those VR things and the VR sets and the VR suits. And it's like, yeah, I got too many support beams. That's not going to work. You know, I got the basic flags and everything, unless I'm out in the field, like, oh yeah, over in Broadview in the suburbs of Illinois, where we just so happened, if you look on our company Twitter page, we had a few kids run around with those very same flags. One was wearing it as a cape, I believe.
I gotta kill the camera because my computer's actually dying between the light and the camera. It's
All right. Oh, he dropped out. All right, technical difficulties. Scoob had technical difficulties. But yeah, I did your suggestion. Found it on Amazon. It's on sale.
Oh, the One Piece flag?
Yeah, I just showed it. Yeah.
I was the one who suggested it because I thought it'd be like, let's see how popular it really is.
And it's on sale for the holidays.
Yeah,
Okay,
Burnside. With the One Piece, I highly recommend reading it over watching it.
All right, I might like that better.
Yeah, it also helps with the pacing because also they are remaking the early sections of. I told you this earlier. They're remaking the early sections of One Piece with a different studio, and with the older stuff, it is a bit slower and in some cases longer. And then post time skip, everything really ramps up.
Gotcha. But yeah, I find it interesting that given you've got that rich backstory that I completely ignored because I'm an old man who likes Inuyasha, you know. You know, I completely ignored One Piece until I go to Broadview and I'm like, oh, what do you know? It's there. I go over to Nepal. Oh, it's over there. Well, I didn't visit there, but you know, when that government got toppled because they're like, hey, we're going to do stuff to the internet, and the kids are like, you're not going to have a job, and they quite literally stripped the person naked and made them go run through a river as mud and rocks and so on were thrown at them, and probably BC too. Burned down one guy's house because he was like, I'm not stepping down. They went, all right, well, we're going to make you get a new home since you robbed us, or whatever their justification was. And the government of Madagascar also had a interestingly same kind of theme, except theirs was anti-corruption. And what do you know? Bulgaria is having the same thing. Here, let me go grab that since we're at that point now, because it seems like there are generally these anti-corruption protests that happen, and all these youngsters start coming around wearing the One Piece flag or bring it in one way, shape, or form. And there's several governments now that have been overthrown, and maybe, just maybe, Bulgaria might be the next one, or it's just a one-off. Who knows? So let me see here. Where do I have that? All right, well, there's our lovely little flag, and there's... Oh, wait, I think you actually have it. Because I sent it to you, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the Bulgaria stuff, right?
Yeah, the Bulgaria stuff, yeah.
Like I said, I am having some internet drop-off issues, but...
That's fine. If you want, just send it back to me, or here, let me go check Discord. I'll check the messages.
I'll see if I can, but like I said, I am dropping off really bad sometimes.
All right. Yes, if you're having trouble with it, I'll go ahead and read it. It's because we've got both of them from The Guardian, because I wanted to keep consistent. The one about Nepal, and then Bulgaria now having a vote of no confidence with the anti-corruption protests. So the floor is yours, good sir, because this is your.
I do have it up as well. So if you're, or I can read it.
All right, go for it. All yours. Go ahead and share screen it and all that fancy mix stuff.
Let's see. All right. It's called, or this article here is a symbol of liberation. How the One Piece manga flag became the symbol of Asia's Gen Z protest movement. Carried by a band of pirates that stand up to corrupt, repressive rulers, the meaning of the One Piece flag has resonated across Asia. Of course, you see a bunch of pictures with it.
Yep.
In Indonesia, it was hung outside homes, on motorbikes, cars, and trucks in a sign of discontent with the government that boiled over into deadly protests, railing against lavish perks enjoyed by politicians. In Nepal, it was draped on the golden gates of the palace that houses parliament as young people toppled their government. In the Philippines, it was raised at rallies by protesters at alleged government corruption.
Ooh, Philippines now.
Yeah, it's been
all
like,
over.
Of course, yeah.
Making the rounds.
Even though we have different languages and cultures, we speak the same language of oppression, said, I'm not going to be able to say that at all. Eugero Vincent Liberato, 23, a recent graduate who helped organize the protests in the Philippines, capital Manila.
Yeah, Manila.
We see the flag as a symbol of liberation against oppression, that we should always fight for the future we deserve. What else? Like I said earlier, Luffy isn't necessarily fighting on behalf of these of oppressed people. He sees, he meets various people in high places of these countries that he gains the trust of and ends up seeing as his friends. And when he finds out how they're being oppressed, he goes at, or he just incidentally topples their governments.
Nice.
And most of the governments he's restored have been monarchies, ironically enough.
Nice. Well, hopefully they're not inbred like the Habsburg. Although I think we already covered that with Ilhan Omar and that controversy.
I'm just looking.
Take your time, man. We're not on any specific crunch.
Yeah.
Scoob's having poor technical difficulties. I, for once, have none to speak of. So, yay, all I needed was a tabletop and a cheap camera.
I just had to plug this thing
Series
in.
of reports stating that people have been okay.
Nice. Good. It works.
That's the end of the article, but
All right.
I think the earlier part kind of explained most of it.
Yeah, and then just you can skim over the one in regards to Bulgaria.
Give me 1 second, because I'm kind of doing it by window. So.
All right, that's fine. That's how I wound up doing it. Is I did the. That's why there's only 3 of us and not 4 of us.
Yeah, and I don't know what'll happen if I close that tab and then,
Good thinking. We don't need to get into your private bits.
Yep. I have nothing bad up right now, but you never know.
Here, this is taking up room in the fridge. Eat your fuck you cake.
All right, sweet.
We both share the fuck you cake.
All right.
The other one is the Bulgarian government resigns.
Yep.
Like I said, we don't know if the flag has been present yet, but based on what we're seeing here, there's a good chance.
Yep. I mean,
It's
there's a
half sale,
pattern.
so enjoy it.
I'll eat it all.
I don't know if you're able to see my cursor when we're doing this, but
yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, I know it looks different from the standard Windows, and I know you can't see my Start tab or anything, but I am currently using Linux, so. That's kind of why my cursor looks different and weird.
That's all good.
This is just Bulgaria's government resigns. I wonder how that works.
They're basically running elections, and just everyone was like, "Hey, vote of no confidence. We want you out."
Oh,
And then some sources say there were 2,000 or more people that were protesting in their capital, which is Sofia.
And then I heard there was like something like 11,000, something ridiculous.
Ah,
How's Igor treating you?
he's doing his job.
I'm just looking through.
Anything coming out to you?
Moscow-friendly president.
Mm-hmm.
It's just talking about how they're so corrupt. They're super corrupt.
Yep. That's usually
Like
how
how
it
the
starts.
president has kind of ties to Moscow.
Well, I mean, this is a former Soviet state, you know?
Yeah.
It's not surprising.
It is EU's poorest country, probably next to Ukraine in that sense.
Yeah. Wait, I thought Moldova was their poorest country. Or
I don't know.
are they too poor to join?
Here, I just want some frosting to get out of this.
Alright.
Out this little plastic bit.
Yeah, so it's likely.
It's just another major protest that we've seen over the last year or so.
I'd say last 3 months.
Yeah.
Not even the last year.
Yes, I think it was.
Because Nepal was like in September, October, I think.
And then around November, I think, was when Madagascar
Yeah. It was
had
like
their
last
elections.
month.
Yeah.
It's like last month.
Yeah, because they were protesting. And then since.
Really over the summer, I guess.
Yeah, basically over the summer, Asian countries have been falling left, right, and center. And that conspicuous flag that's on sale right now for the holidays is the centerpiece. And the general complaint is corruption. And well, yeah, that tends to be a problem. Tends to be a thing. So yeah, it's not exactly wrong. It's just kind of conspicuous. It's being used, but like the reason why I made the title of that one,
I went like wave tops over it, but it kind of makes sense why it's popping up.
Yeah. Well, that's why I wanted you on for the expertise, because I am but an old man who watched The Seven Samurai and Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha, you know, and I don't watch these new.
One Piece might have been like a little bit after your time.
Oh, definitely, it was definitely way after my time. The big anime I got into was Ghost in the Shell.
You ever watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Not yet, no. I've seen bits.
It's really good.
It seems like it's something.
It's an 80s manga, so it might fit your time.
That might, yeah. Because I've seen some.
It came out around the same time as Dragon Ball, I think.
Nice. Dragon Ball wasn't too bad.
It was originally part of the same manga.
Really now? Huh.
Yeah. They're like the same manga magazine.
Oh, so it was part of Shonen Jump.
Shonen Jump.
All right. Oh no! I seem to have kicked the camera. Let me correct this thing.
I don't have a camera to kick.
The cat's kicked it. Oh, lovely. Not a big deal. It happens. Damn feral animals. But yeah, that's. I don't know. I think that's pretty much it, guys. Any last thoughts?
Not really.
All right. Well, I suppose then, as that story with Bulgaria develops, we'll see if there's a straw hat flag to be found that's not just randomly draped over someone's door because, you know, they like One Piece, you know.
Well, my question is, has there been like any demands made by these kids who took over?
Yeah, they literally want him out in the case of Bulgaria. Pretty much, yeah.
That's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, and then I don't know what's going on with Mexico since that protest went off.
Not much. What happened in the case of Mexico is they declared it a riot. There was a giant fight. Several people wound up dead. Lots of people got arrested, and that was it. The Mexican government has not been dethroned yet by a bunch of angry kids with Monkey D. Luffy hats screaming, "Believe it," or whatever his punchline is.
I don't think he really had one.
Okay. I couldn't remember. Like
That was Naruto.
We made self-deprecating humor of I am old.
Yeah, Datsubayo was Naruto.
Okay, I got the wrong character then. All right. But yeah, it hasn't happened yet.
And Naruto was okay, but One Piece is far more superior.
Yeah, I stopped watching it when it was like, okay, you're all ninjas. Why is everyone highlighter yellow and green? You know, you are also.
You're the one who sent me the thing about the staff sergeant who was trying to get them to initiate Naruto running.
Yeah,
maybe.
I couldn't believe that when I saw it, and because he was actually giving a PowerPoint demonstration, and they had a picture of him showing how to actually properly do it. Fucking crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, as more of these stories develop within the next few weeks, we'll get into it. We're going to try and keep the same schedule going for Friday, and we'll see if by the next, let's cap it at maybe 5 streams we get this running, then we'll go legit and we'll start trying to get it out onto the other platforms and what have you. And, instead of just doing it on YouTube, just because that's the poor people's choices for StreamYard is just YouTube. I wanted to have it like multicasting between like Rumble and what they call Twitter now, X, just because Rumble I got decent traction on. Twitter is like, okay, I can sort and cite all the stuff that we've done as far as events we've gone to in that because they're all on there because it was just easier at the time.
And Twitch is just special.
Yeah, Twitch is very special, and if I haven't aged myself well enough with my interest in animes everyone's forgotten, I last time I heard the words Fortnite, it meant I was to be working for almost a month straight on some heavy duty. So yeah, as far as the weird dancing and all that, I just go get a shoe and start hitting people.
Oh yeah, with Elden Ring, when it first came out, there was a bit of time where people were just spamming the messages Fort and Night, like it just say Fort Night.
Oh,
and
God.
So the Chinese people mistook that as saying go to a fort at night and something will happen.
Oh my God!
And there's a lot of forts around the map in Elden Ring.
Good Lord. All right. Well,
but in reality, it was just a stupid meme.
All right. Well, that's all for now, folks.
Yippee!
Yeah, we'll do more test streams in the future when we get this all ironed down and gets more than just a tentative name. Because the only thing I could come up with is the anti-color revolution, just because with the One Piece flag and all that other stuff going on, the stream of conspiratorial color revolutions going on was like, I don't know.
And maybe you'll find a better stream thing.
I just want to mention really quick, Burnside, when you started laughing really loud, because I don't have the headphones on anymore, I took them off really quick so I could, I turned around and was something. Tyson heard you laughing, and he got up and came out looking for you.
Oh, I love that dog. He's such a sweet boy.
So
Yeah.
Tyson and Peanut?
Peanut's still inside, seething with rage. That's just what he does. That's his MO. Patches is out like a light. But Tyson and Patches were both asleep in the bed, and he heard Burnside's laugh, and he came out, and all of a sudden I see the flag I have in the doorway moving, and I look, and it's like wrapped around Tyson's head. He looked like a Sherpa, and he's looking at me. He's like, "Where is he?"
Poor baby.
Oh.
Yeah. That's okay, Tai. You'll see him soon. We're gonna go visit.
Yeah, I'll call my grandparents every once in a while, and their dog has a really loves me. So like sometimes like I'll just call out into the phone and the dog will hear my voice but not know where I am
Oh, that poor pup.
and just act confused because of it.
Yeah. My wife constantly calls looking for Patches. Patches doesn't give a shit that she's on the phone, but Tyson runs across the house when he hears her voice, and he comes and he starts looking at the phone, and she's like, "Well, put it next to my dog." I'm like, "Your dog doesn't give a shit. Tyson's actually here looking for you."
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, but other than that, until the midterms really start up, I don't think there were really going to be any major events. There's only one tentatively I would like to go to, and this is going to sound
I was
very.
going to say it's the off season for politics.
Yeah, it is the off season for politics. So yeah, there's not much, but so that's also the perfect time to go ahead and try and get this thing to be well oiled and figure out what the hell we're doing with it. So
you want it all oiled up.
Oh yeah, pretty much. But yeah, there is one individual that's an internet personality that I do like, who's planning on doing a music tour, and that's Jake Monroe. We reported it briefly last week with the shots being fired over at Tim's house or his studio, whichever it was. Jake Monroe is one of the people he had on, and this basically is like the Marilyn Manson of the United Kingdoms, and he's trying to basically get all of the woke out of goth and that. So at some point he's like, yeah, sometime in October next year, I'm going to try and, come over here and do a concert and do a show and do a tour and everything. And it's like, awesome. That would actually be really cool. If I'd like interview him, or if anything, I'm just stuck in the fucking nosebleed seats. It's like, all right, that's still cool all the same. I can go to the merch booth. I can ask him questions and that, what have you. This hopefully goes better than the last person that tried to punch Marilyn Manson to where he got a wiener in the face repeatedly until he True story, sadly, and very, very hysterical. So, yeah, that's about it unless anything else pops up. So until then, we're just going to try and get this thing rolling. So when we win, we actually have a solid thing going. It's like, okay, cool, now we're not missing anything. I don't know. I think that pretty much wraps it all up. What do you think, guys? Anything else I'm missing? Anything else we're missing?
I think so, too.
All right, Scoob, anything else? Or he's messing with the equipment again.
No, I think we got everything.
Oh, okay. All right. That's basically about it. All right. All right, have a good one, everybody. And remember, don't get arrested.
Have a great night, everyone.
Have a great night. We fulfill our legal obligations because I didn't feel like going through the red tape and all that again. Bye. We'll include that next time or something. Some video or something. Whenever I figure it out. All right. Ending stream button. Yes, end the stream. And the